Mike here, and we're taking a look here at the trigger stay made by Garrison Grip. It's this little plug. Kind of looks and feels like a drain plug. Probably where somebody got the idea for it. Anyway, what it is a trigger blocking device. Of course, all these weapons have been cleared, and even if not, if you think you're going to get shot through a YouTube video, then you better check the settings on your computer. Okay, and the idea is it blocks the trigger. Now, of course, it's not a lock in any way, shape, or form. It's not meant to child-proof anything. It's not meant to keep unauthorized people out either. It's just meant so you can carry your weapon and have one up the spout, and then I guess remove this when you need to shoot it. Okay, a couple of things I didn't like about one of them: if it's not inserted correctly, it can actually unseat your magazine, which is probably the most common malfunction for semi-autos. I think modern semi-autos are pretty reliable, and if you've got a problem, check, make sure the magazine's seated correctly. So we get this thing into position a little better. Okay, maybe that won't bother anything. Anyway, I think you're supposed to be able to press this out with one finger or pull it out like this. Of course, that's going to take two hands. If you're in a combat situation, you might have to be pushing back on somebody, or somehow fending off an attack while you're going in close with your gun. So let's see, my hands aren't real strong. I've been working behind a desk for the last 20 years. I used to have pretty strong hands working in the packing house. Let's see, 1,000, okay, 1,000, 1, 2, 3, I don't know. Took about 3 seconds to get it out, maybe 4. I could jack that slide, have that thing in action. If I was that concerned with having one up the spout, I could just go ahead and just not put one up the spout and just jack the damn slide. That might be a good fight stopper anyway. See you jack that slide and hear that round going home. Let them know they're dealing with a real gun. I got this thing, so I was a little concerned, but my car only holds 5. Here I've added a Pierce pinky extender on there. The stock car is just flat. Because basically this little 40 Smith & Wesson and this tiny little gun just kicks like hell. In case I've been playing with this thing and trying to train with it a little bit and come to the conclusion, so I do not need this. I do not want this. The cat likes it. It's rubber and bouncy, and the cat likes chasing it around. Here's my Walther. Which, of course, has a safety, which it hardly even needs. It's got a very long, very stiff trigger pull. Once again, this is one of those firearms that will not be set off unless it's set off by a human being, in which case you don't need a, plugs won't prevent stupidity. In this Kahr, which is a preloaded striker, just like a Glock and some of the other handguns these days. Very smooth, about half the weight of that Walther, and it's going to require a human being to actually pull the trigger to set this thing off. There's no way you're going to set the gun off just carrying it around. I guess the deal is to address the fact that this doesn't have a safety. It doesn't need one. Trigger pull is long enough and stiff enough. Like I say, only a human being is going to set this thing off. I guess if you're clawing for your gun to get it out, I think you just need to practice more. If you do choose to use this, you're going to have to practice a whole bunch. You're going to have to train with it. And I think a lot of people don't train much with these little concealed weapons. They just carry them. And even gun people go out shooting the real guns. Okay, of course I won't apply this. There's no place to put it. Go out shoot their real guns. and then run a mag or two through their little carry gun to make sure it's working okay. Get a little familiarity. Anyway, it's what to do with this. I think I made this video to make sure that before you spent the $15 or more that these cost. I think I bought these on eBay, and they were like $13 for one and $15 for four. So I got the $15 for four, and I'm not sure exactly what to do with this thing. I think just chalk it up to experience. I bought it, tried it, I don't like it, and that's my opinion. I think this thing would get you killed while you're trying to screw around and get this thing into action. Some perp would be beating the crap out of you. They take the gun, take the plug out, and then in which case maybe you can use this to plug the hole in your chest. I don't know. I'm just not sold on that thing at all. I don't think the gun's safe enough without it. It doesn't need it. Doesn't need an extra safety device. And this little butt plug. I don't know what you want to do with this. Anyway, before you spend your money, at least you can watch my review and see what you think. My opinion is not much.